It's week 10 of the NFL, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Vikings and the Bears, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Glad to have you with us, football fans. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up here in the broadcast booth. And Brock, one side with a clear advantage coming into this one, coming off the bye week, while their opposition, well, not only are they less rested, but they're coming off a big L as well.
Just a reality. Just a reality of the NFL that every season you're going to catch somebody coming off a bye or in more time to rest up than you did. And if you feel sorry for yourself, well, you're probably going to lose. When these
Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're underway from Soldier Field. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. So second down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this third down. To throw, Williams. Has his man, it's Swift. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
Able to find Hawkinson. And he's brought down after a short gain. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And he'll get them forward here up to the 24-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. Now McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Here's Etienne on first down. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. They go right back to Etienne. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Here's Akers up the middle. He's got the first with room to go inside the 20. And they finally get to him at the 15. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Catch is made in close. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Hardman with a return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Bears offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. They've got 1st down from the 31. Williams from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Working from the gun, Williams. Forced out to, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 65 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be Vikings football. 1st down, ball at the 36. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Taken in by Addison, left side. This play goes for 36. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. They'll try the right side with Akers. And he'll go down here at the 16. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Minnesota.
Running it here with Etienne. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. 7-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. It's Vikings ball as we return for the second, and they've got to be thinking points here. On second down, it's Etienne. And the hit stops him cold. Well, he maybe got back to the line. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Etienne. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Handoff headed right. It's Akers. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Vikings pull out in front further, 13-zip. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings double their lead to 14.
Bears nothing.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, here's Swift. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for second down. Staying grounded with Swift. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, okay? And unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now Akers. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jalen Johnson with the stop. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. Now it's McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 39. He'll get this complete to Westbrook-Etienne. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. It's the Vikings with 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing here. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's McCarthy to throw. Escapes out to the left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those many moments where I'm really thankful I'm in the booth and not on the field. Because in my day, defensive tackles couldn't run like that. This is not a statuesque QB. This guy can run. And it wasn't a linebacker or DB that chased him down. It was a big old D tackle. Tip of the cap to you, my big man.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. This is Etienne, and he'll get it up to the 44. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be Bears football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And he gets him around 6 there. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. 2nd and 4. Moore's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. First down throw by Williams. Able to get it to Moore. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21.
Bears nothing.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
After the pick, here's Williams. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Here comes the final play of our first half.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing it just before halftime. Makes the grab in bounds left side. So at the end of 2, the Vikings playing Road Warriors here. They've got the lead. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where you see the final score there. Drake May, strong in the win, as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And at halftime, they trail the visiting Titans in that ball game. Will Levis with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown run in the victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings and this running back headed back out for a new series. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First and 10, here's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
He wants a big gain downfield. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. On play action now, McCarthy. He's trying another one deep. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings continue piling onto this lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Hardman with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Chicago getting set to take the field now. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. First down, Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Flush trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions you get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. Third down coming. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. On now comes their punter. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they're going to take over possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He'll get this to Etienne. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 39-yard line.
Trying it left side with Akers. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Etienne again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. Now McCarthy. That's taken in by Etienne. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. He gets 6 on that play, and that's a Chicago first down. Off the play fake, Williams. He fires one deep down the middle, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it, and the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Vikings offense back to the field now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Etienne on the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kevin Byard comes up with it. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Out of the pistol, Williams. He's got him, that's Swift. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Bears with the ball, but they enter the 4th at a massive deficit. Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. Working from the gun, Williams. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Here's Etienne on the give. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. 3 yards the pickup. Now it's 3rd and 8.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
On the run, it's Etienne. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Smith able to put it through. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Kickoff taken at the 3. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Continuing to move past the 45. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And they make the tackle at the 38. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Stays in the pocket. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 29-yard line.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 3rd and short. Williams on the play action. He throws a bullet to this, and oh, he got it! Interception! Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Vikings taking the field on offense. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They go right back to Etienne. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Vikings on the favorable end of this blowout. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
They send a man in motion. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the Bears' 38-yard line.
Now a carry by Etienne. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a